But in new music, I mean, by the way, I just want to keep it moving so we don't get on an episode about Eminem.
Sure, yeah.
Travis Scott released a new song. It's a single that's featured on the new movie Tenet. Tenet is
I'm looking forward to.
because I want to get into movies here. Might as well, you know. Tenet is a new movie that's coming up. Christopher Nolan. He hasn't put out a movie in a while, right? And I mean, he's the guy who put out the Batman films, right? He's got he's got his hands in a lot of things. So what's he doing? This new movie, Tenet, it's a spy film. Travis Scott. The song's a banger, bro. It's actually pretty good. But Robert Pattinson stars in it. John David Washington. John David Washington is Denzel Washington's son.
Wow.
Yeah, he plays on Ballers. So this guy's been coming up in the world. Yeah, so there's a few people in the movie. It should be pretty good. It's got a lot of anticipation.
Yeah, because it's Christopher Nolan. I mean, the Batman movies obviously come to mind, and they were great. They were blockbuster, massive. But you said, what's his name playing Batman?
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. That movie's supposed to come before the end of the year, right?
So, yeah. 2020 Batman, the vampire guy, right? See, money, you asked, is this the vampire guy? Yes. Money, the vampire guy, and I think for that reason, a lot of people sleep on Robert Pattinson. I've watched a lot of for whatever reason. I think it's because I got a girl.
It was the glitter shit, dude. Yeah, fucking guy had glitter in it.
Elephants. I enjoyed Water for Elephants.
I didn't bother watching.
Come on.
I'm not gonna bother with the Batman, honestly. I'm Batman out. Like, how many Batmans have there been now?
As many as it takes, C-Money. God damn it.
Like,
yeah, I think of the meme with Batman and Robin.
Yeah, no,
no, listen, it's Batman like Spider. You will watch every Spider-Man movie that comes out.
Last one I saw was Spider-Man 2, bro.
I will watch every Star Trek. You probably watch every Star Wars. It's just something about the respect that it gives.
The thing about Batman and other comic book characters is that there's so many different stories that can be explored. Like there's almost a never-ending amount of content.
Bunch of villains too, right?
Yeah, so there's just so many cool things that you can do with it. And if you do it right, if you do it justice, it's not corny. If you do it justice, I mean, if you like the comics, then it's not. I don't think it's corny.
I think it's gonna be better than the mess they did with Batman when they tried to, introduce Batman.
The Zack Snyder Batman.
Yeah, exactly. That was terrible. This will be a much better one. Produced by, I bet you it's much better. I forget the name of the producer, but Robert Pattinson, bro. I think he's gonna do great. I saw the trailer. It looks good. See, money, watch the trailer, and then tell me again. What do you think?
I think I might just hop on different universe, but hop on the Black Adam train just because it's new.
Matt Reeves. Okay. So there you go. So we're looking for that. Let me ask you this, because I remember reading this a couple months ago, thinking, okay, let's see what it looks like. Mulan is coming out the end of this year. Live action Mulan. All right?
I'm super excited about it, by the way.
It has, first of all, I don't want to call them all Chinese, but an all Asian cast. Okay.
Disney, of course, they're all Asian, bro.
Oh no!
JB just spilled the whole rolling tray full of blood, but it's okay. We know a hemp pack to get butts out of carpet, and we might actually show you that.
Wow, what a party foul!
But that's a party foul. Anyway, keeping it with the whole Mulan thing.
And that's a big deal because never has not in the Disney movie or even any movie where an Asian is supposed to be, presented forwardly, or what am I trying to say? Like, be the main character has been an actual Asian actor. So Jet Li's in the movie.
Yeah, he is.
Is
Jackie Chan in the movie?
I don't think Jackie Chan is in it. I could have
sworn I saw something.
Isn't Jet Li
Japanese? It's supposed to be the most expensive movie Disney has ever produced.
Live action Disney movie.
Yeah.
And Donnie Yen's in it, so
Donnie Yen. That's what I was thinking. Donnie Yen. Yeah.
We're gonna if you see Mulan, okay, so you know what the story's gonna be. It's gonna be fighting in the war, but they're going in on the whole martial
It looks
arts,
good.
war, very little CGI kind of shit. I'm looking forward to it because I like Disney movies.
It's a story about a woman who joined the army when it wasn't allowed. She faked being a man to join the army.
Cut her hair, put her suit on.
To defend her country land, her land, whatever. And it's a great story. It's an old story. I don't think Disney wrote it. I think there's many stories through time with different things like that. But it's a great story. The cartoon, the animated version, was pretty
good,
good.
yeah.
Eddie Murphy, right?
I'm curious to see how they cross over that character, the dragon.
Sure.
You know, because they have to. He was an integral part of the Mulan Disney movie.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see about that.
CGI dragon.
And you know what? It is kind of maybe a movie for the times. Like I said, it got hated on early for whatever reason. I don't even remember. But to your point, the story is about somebody fighting back or trying to defend their village, their people. And that's what's happening in this world. 2020 is proving is that people are fighting back.
What do you think about that, C-Money? Will you watch Mulan?
I'm curious how they're gonna do it with their little PG bullshit because it's Disney.
You're not gonna see people's head cut off. They're like,
I know, and it's a shame. God damn it. That's the shit that happened. They're hiding the truth. I don't know, man. Movies, fuck. I don't know.
Movies don't do it for you, huh? Wow.
No, not really.
How about this? We're speaking of 2020. You mentioned Batman. The Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League is supposed to come out before the end of this year. That's something to look forward to. Apparently, HBO is going to be releasing this, I believe, in a 5-part series because it's that freaking long. I mean, this is like a movie that was like 2.5, almost 3 hours long, I believe. So I think it's 5 parts at about an hour a piece, or maybe a little bit less, maybe for about 40 minutes or something like that.
So they're gonna do it like in a reintroduction to the DC.
What's happened is when these guys tried to make the Justice League movie, the real, like, Zack Snyder put a lot of work into it and got a lot on film. But, of course, the studio and everybody else gets their hands in there. They cut it up. They fuck it up. They do all kinds of shit. But Zack Snyder has now gotten Henry Cavill. What's the guy? Ben Affleck has gotten everybody. Gal Gadot, gotten everybody to agree to come back and do reshoots.
Nice.
So they've been doing reshoots, and they're adding in shit that they severely missed. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to add so much more to the story. I remember even watching deleted scenes and saying, "Why the hell did they keep it in? That made so much more sense now. This stupid shit that I saw earlier that didn't make any sense. It makes sense now. You know, that was better." But of course, when the studios get their hands involved, they tear it up. This is why everybody's making movies on Quibi and on Netflix and on shit like that.
There's no way telling them what they
can
and
there's no
can't
suits
do.
getting involved in destroying the product.
There's
So
a great example. So let me ask you. So it's the same movie just with more added.
Way
parts?
more. I mean, you saw 90 minutes
Yeah.
and a terrible shit. So it's going to be pretty much a whole different movie. There's reshoots. There's different things you need to see. And like I said, you're watching almost not 5 hours, but if you take 40 minutes into 5 different episodes, you're going to get a much bigger product. Everything's going to make much more sense. Things aren't going to be rushed. It's going to look better. I think supposedly what everybody involved says the Zack Snyder cut is like 10 times better than the movie that actually came out. So I'm excited for that.
The
in
DC
2020.
universe can, be head to head against Marvel. It has the superheroes. It has the villains. It has hopefully now the power or money behind it to really tell these stories. The Marvel universe works because they told all the stories. You can't just rush these kinds of things if you want it to be this flower that I bet you're hoping.
And you're speaking of Marvel, just to take it from their 2020 movies, we still have the Black Widow coming out and the New Mutants. And I'm excited. I'm excited about Black Widow because for years fans have been clamoring. You got your Hulk movies, you got your Iron Man movies, you got your Ant-Man freaking movies, for Pete's sake. But they wouldn't give Black Widow a movie, and she's been there from the beginning. I mean, since the first movie.
Very first one.
So the fans were really clamoring for Black Widow. They got what they wanted, and we're hoping it's a good, it holds up. If any of the other movies are any indication, it should.
I don't know who's directing. I think they're moving a lot of women directors are moving up in the world.
Really?
So I could see that happening.
Kate Shortland, a woman. Look at you. Yeah.
And that's just the nature of the movie business now.
Kevin Feige is involved too. So
there you go. I think Wonder Woman 1984.
Wonder Woman 1984. I'm so excited about that movie. Kristen Wiig, Gal Gadot. That's going to be a great movie. I think a lot of people are excited about that. The New Mutants is going to be good.
Yeah, I didn't know that was even a thing. The new movie, X-Men stuff?
Yes, it's supposed to be from the X-Men kind of spin-off type of situation. but it's supposed to introduce. The rumors are it introduces mutants into the MCU, which is going to eventually lead to X-Men movies. They're already going to make X-Men movies. If you haven't noticed, Disney Plus now has all the old X-Men movies. So
I didn't notice.
there are going to be reboots, but that's not 2020. They are, that's future. But yeah, exciting things in the movie world for 2020. I'm excited about that, especially if you're a comic book geek. What else we got?
Before we move on from movies, the new Ghostbusters is coming
yes.
out. That's coming out in 2020. They remade it with an all-female cast. That movie was not very good, and all power to women, but it just wasn't very good. It wasn't Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So they're remaking it with the Ghostbuster, the theme there. They're going to hunt some fucking ghosts. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that, and I think it stars. Oh my God, why can't I think? Ant-Man. Freaking
Paul Rudd?
I think Paul Rudd's in that movie.
So the original guys, though, I heard all came back for the movie,
Oh,
right?
Okay, then I could be wrong. I feel maybe I saw Paul Rudd's name in there.
Okay.
Either way, I know it's gonna be better than the reboot that did a couple years ago. And I love Ghostbusters from
2021. So I guess it got pushed back because of COVID. 2021. It's Ghostbusters Afterlife, but still, I'm excited for that. Yeah.
There you go.
Some movies, that makes me think about they brought back Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Finn Wolfhard. That's the kid from Stranger Things. So Paul Rudd is in it. You're right.
Yeah, see?
Ernie Hudson. So everybody but Egon, of course.
He passed away. So I'm looking forward to it. And the original Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies for sure. So I'm looking forward to it. But 2021, not 2020.
What else we got? Tech. Supposedly, China is supposed to have been building a like a base on the moon. Supposedly,
on the dark side of the moon. Yeah, I heard those rumors too, and we would never know because it's on the dark side.
We'd never be able to see it. That's right. I mean, I'm sure we got satellites up there, but
it's dark. How would you see? It's literally the dark side of the moon.
Does light not work on the moon?
Oh, I guess it. It
does.
It's always the moon is always pointed to the earth in one side, but this doesn't mean that when it crosses the sun, it can't be lit up from the other side. So
sure.
China, don't try it because we'll catch you. We know all about you. Text, flying cars. I believe 2020 was supposed to be the year for the World Fair again in Dubai. I'm sure that got pushed back because of COVID, but I heard a rumor that a flying car was supposed to be introduced.
Wow.
So me thinking in my mind is like a lot of these futuristic technologies are out here. People are testing, they're spending money to make these things happen, and they're just not being introduced for us. So
you're right.
I don't have any news on any important tech, but I know it's being developed.